Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Ukobonic. In this video I'm going to be showing off the EarthBound Halloween hack sewers manipulation route that I kind of threw together today. The sewers, if you have played the EarthBound Halloween hack before or tried to speedrun it, which I don't think is very many people, sewers can be hell because the sewers has a lot of really tough enemies, but it's open for you to access immediately. So if you're a speedrunner, obviously you just want to go there first and then get, you know, all the scary sewer shit out of the way. But like, in order to get through there, you have to rely so heavily on luck and being able to A, run away from enemies you get into fights with, and B, not getting into very many fights at all. So that turns into a problem. So I figured, why not just go ahead and make this route, or make this speedrun even more like the EarthBound glitchless, and just open with the sewers manipulation that rips straight from the EarthBound Starman Jr. manipulation. So what I did was exactly what the EarthBound glitchless speedrunners do, is they delete their first file, they start the new file, they scroll up to fast text, pick their stereo sound, and then choose their window color, hit A, and then reset. So what I'm going to do is, since that fixes the, I guess the memory, I don't really understand exactly how it works, but like, it remembers that you set it to quick, and it remembers that I set it to wiener, and then it remembers that I set it to icy ghost. So we can name all of our characters in exactly 20 character inputs, or sorry, 20 cursor movements, exactly like in EarthBound glitchless manipulation. It probably doesn't need to be that way, but I just made it that way for freaking funsies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going based off of Mother 1 character names, because why the fuck not? 7, 10. So it's Music Note, Anna, Lloyd, Teddy, because that's how I name my characters in my Mother 1 runs. But you can name each of your characters whatever you want, as long as it's one letter, and you do it in exactly 20 cursor movements. So this is going to be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you're hovering over yup. Your RNG 1 and 2 value should be 5E D4, and RNG 3 is obviously 0, 0. So you start your timer once you hit yes. I guess, yeah, it's yes in this version, not yup. Because Toby Fox edgy as shit. You can see that I've already done this before. My best segment for this is 5:46, as compared to my first run attempts split time, which is 21:11. Yikes. That was based on a lot of dying in the second section of the sewers and just hoping to be able to get through okay. And it was actually really funny because when I was routing the whole speedrun, I got through the sewers really lucky on my first try, so I kind of, like, without really exploring it very much, thought like, oh, sewers is just going to be easy forever. And then I finally started doing runs without having prepared the sewers, and it was complete and utter hell for me, and I didn't get through for 21 minutes, and then immediately my winter split was less than 2 minutes long, so it was pretty bad. So the game opens up exactly like EarthBound does. You're Varric, you're standing on your bed. So the first thing you want to do is equip your weapon and then equip your armor, just like that. Do it very quickly. And then you're gonna mash through all this text. But there's a weird, I don't know if it's a glitch or if it was on purpose, but radiation. You hit A there and then you move left. Don't close the text box, because that'll throw your RNG off. Like, the text box for some reason doesn't close. Same with this. You don't want the text box over the, you don't want the text box to close after with the boss. So you hit A, you go up, and you left. They go straight into that door. Once everything loads, hit up and left, talk to the guy. That should be okay. Sometimes I'm able to just go up and left, but sometimes I get caught on a wall, and I don't know how much that matters. I'm not matching very well, sorry. But I guess we'll see. There's no real checkpoint until you actually get into the sewers themselves and see what enemy's there. So you're just going to hold straight right and then go down right here, bump against the bottom, exit the door in the very center. Buffer down left, go left at the top of the sewer cap. I was a little late, but it should be okay. Ah, I messed it up. Hold on 1 second. See, I had that problem again where I just kind of bump into the wall. But I think what's going to have to be done is just like a slight left before pressing up to go up and left. And I think that'll be okay. I don't think it'll bump RNG 3 forward any. But we just have to see if I haven't lost it yet. The first checkpoint as far as manipulation isn't until you actually get into the sewers and you see the trash can monster on the left, which you'll see. So buffer down right, bump the wall, enter out the middle, move left at the top of the sewer cap. Don't talk to the sign too early. It doesn't really matter all that much what frame you talk to the sign on, but obviously if you start lollygagging and messing around, you will lose it because of a dog that's moving around that's off the screen. You can just buffer right there, go straight down in here, and then hold right until you enter the next room, or until you make it to the ladder. The trash can monster on the left at the beginning was your clue, and there's a second trash can there. I actually don't know if that's a fake trash can or a real one. Yeah, you can just hold right here until you get out the ladder. Enter here, and once you appear in the next room, A, B, A, B. This advances RNG 1 and 2 forward 4 times. And it clears the enemies for you until the next point where you need to do it. And the next point you need to do it is coming up at this corner right here. A, B. Normally there's a mouse and a trash can that spawn there. Don't need to worry about it. A, B, A, B. At the ladder. Now there's no enemies here. As soon as that second trash can appears, press A, A, and then do L right there. Yeah, when that second trash can on the left appears, AA to advance RNG like a billion million times, and then before going up to the door, press L once. This next bit is a little bit weird, because I actually had to do a lot of filling around to discover that this was possible and how stupid it was on Toby's part, I guess. So we need to respawn the room, and to do that we leave the door and mash B and select. And we do this 6 times. Because if you see in the upper left, there's a cursor to advance the text box, but there's no text box. But just press up to go back in the door, and then mash B and select until we get the room with no butterfly. We want the room with no butterfly because butterflies send RNG flying like shit crazy. So we're gonna get this question guy, a roach, and the hippie all running at nothing. That guy's gonna come through, but don't worry about him. Press L, and then L again at that point. You'll get no enemies in this big room. And then when you enter the final room, this is the room that usually fucks your sewers run. Those 2 guys will get caught right there, and you're done. You could split right there and call it a 521 sewers, which I'm probably going to change the split time to that, but for comparison's sake, I'm going to split when I split in my first run. Because in my first run I didn't really have my split times decided, so I just kind of YOLO'd it and decided them at some point. and I don't split until Varric actually starts moving. So it took a little bit longer that time, but fucking whatever. It's around 5:46, 5:48, and we don't have to close this text box. It takes time to close it, but we can usually get ourselves decent winners from this point forward. But apparently I'm getting swamped by encounters. But there you go. That is how you manipulate your sewers. And you're in winters at level 1. So, I mean, if you are doing the speedrun, you're going to want to know from this point forward that you don't want to get into any fights at all. And every fight in this area is avoidable. Just kind of despawn everything, continue forward. You'll probably want to save it there, but I'm not going to. Some of the scripted spawning enemies up ahead don't actually despawn, but they can respawn at a point that's far enough away for you to slip past them. But this isn't a tutorial for winters. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, anyways, okay. Yeah, that's the sewers manipulation. And I'm going to put the specific RAM values that you want to be at online somewhere. I'll put it in the description of this. I'm putting it on YouTube and everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, I guess. I mean, I tried to be as entertaining as possible when commentating over it. I feel like I did a good job, whatever. But I kind of threw this together in like 30 minutes to an hour. It didn't take all that long, and it skips you like 15 or so minutes of just grinding. I mean, that's all there is to it, because that's the only really luck-intensive section in the run until Phase Distorter, which is really Phase Destroyer, however you want to pronounce that. In my first run, I died to Phase Distorter 4 times, simply because the only way to win that fight is to have Paula pull off a Solidify on the second turn, so that Phase Distorter doesn't do the triple kill move. Also, No took a really long time because I did a lot more grinding than I need to. Because what you're going to do is you're going to grind on a bunch of Remember Me's and Onet and get to level probably 6. I did level 8, and then I actually fought No to get to level 9, which was not necessary, but it helped. But yeah, everything else from there up until Andonats is very short and sweet, not very luck-based, and you can get through pretty okay. And in order to eliminate most of the luck-based shit, particularly at the beginning of the run that we can, I just threw together sewers manipulation. There you go. Feel free to use that if you ever decide to speedrun this ROM hack. I don't know why I decided to do it, whatever. I'm rambling now. Thank you all for watching. I'm Nukobotic. You can catch me streaming whenever I stream. Mostly on Sundays when I do the EarthBound races, but sometimes on other days as well. I'll definitely be doing this hack. I want to get this full run down to hopefully sub 1 hour, but I actually don't know if that's possible, but we'll see. With Sewers Minute, it'll really help. Actually, my SOB is 151 now. I just need a better Andonats, because I died to Andonats twice, and every death to Andonats costs you probably 10-15 minutes. But yeah, I'll see y'all later.